Welcome to Comfort Habit number 2. The following video is about suicide. Alright? So, you guys need to sit back and relax and learn something today. Alright? So, apparently on YouTube, the guy behind the Talking Kitty videos, his name is Steve Cash. God rest your soul, Mr. Cash. Committed suicide on the 16th of April, which was like yesterday. They found him by the river or something. And I don't want to go too deep into that because the thing about suicide is that if you haven't been broken, if you haven't been beat down, if you have no idea how close it is to stare death in the face and just do it, you know, it's a touchy thing. As a person who has made a few suicide attempts myself, I am the best person to give you this video. First off, let me put this out there. You all who haven't been broken and haven't been on the brink of death, you have no idea how difficult it is for me to make this video. You have no idea for me to get so personal and to get so deep and let you know how many times I've come close to ending it. The thing about suicide is that, from the outside looking in, the first thing people always say is, why didn't you ask for help? Why didn't you get help? Why didn't you talk to somebody? For me personally, I have reached out for help and I got it. It took a long time, but I reached out for help and I got it. And I got it because the soldiers, when you are a soldier, more soldiers commit suicide than most people. And I pretty much, once I became a soldier, I think my suicidal tensions kind of really blew up because I didn't get to complete and serve in the military the way I wanted to. It doesn't make me any less a vet, but it opened my eyes to what more vets go through on a daily basis. Suicide is an issue. Suicide is an issue that more than 20% of people face. Alright? A lot of people suffer from depression and suicide, and they suffer in silence. I suffer from depression and suicide, and I was brave enough to get help. Alright? And I say it that way because a lot of people think that if you go get help or if you talk to someone about how you feel about wanting to kill yourself and ending your life, people think of you as less of a person, and people think of you as weak and spineless. Well, it takes more strength to admit that you have a problem than you who have never been down suicide road know. You have no idea what goes on in the mind of a person who wants to end their life. First, let me put it to you this way. It's not so much that we want to end our lives, it's more that we want the pain to stop. We want you to stop judging us. We want you to stop ridiculing us. We want you to take a knee and understand that you are part of the pain that we feel and that we can't get rid of. A lot of people commit suicide due to family. A lot of people commit suicide due to how their life has turned out, which goes back to due to family. When you can't talk to people in your family and you can't talk to your friends, you have no one. And that will push you over the edge. And for people who don't know what this feels like or know what people who go through this looks like, look at me. Try to make the screen brighter. Look at me. I am one of those people. I can be honest with my 88 followers here. I can be honest with you because you're all I've got. My videos aren't going viral. It disturbs me deeply. I've been trying to break into this acting business for 19 years, and all I've gotten is the finger. Not one chance. No one has given me a chance, and the one chance that I did get, the production shut down because the boyfriend and his girlfriend had a fight with the other producer, and both of them decided that they were going to scrap the movie after making me do the 619 like 20 times. I practiced that shit all the time. And then I didn't get the job because the job got scrapped. And I really wanted to make the movie because I was going to play the bad guy, and it was going to be the first time I ever played a bad guy, and everything was cool. And it didn't work out, and I haven't been given any acting opportunities because I'm not a theater actor. Alright? I will never be a theater actor. I am not that good. You know your limits, alright? In the movies and TV, there's a thing called editing, and we can fix that. In theater, it's all or nothing, and I know my range, alright? Or at least I know what I believe is my range, which is neither here or there. But for this video, for you people who have never once thought, God, why do people commit suicide? God, I would never do that. You'd be surprised at how many people who say, God, I would never do that, and you find them fucking dead. I have bad moments. I kid you not. I will battle depression until the day I die. And there's nothing I can do about it. But I'm also not happy. And when a person is not happy, that also leads to suicide. Suicidal thoughts rain through my head at least once or twice a week. No. I've gotten a lot better since I've gotten help. When I say once or twice a week, I don't mean like currently. Like before I got help, it was almost every day. And then it would be moments where I'm really, really good. And then there would be moments where I was really, really bad. And when my dad died, all of it just came rushing right back. On top of having a hip replacement and not being able to do kung fu and all kinds of other shit. But after getting some help, I got a little bit better. I got a lot better. I recently started having to go back to my psychiatrist, but it wasn't really my choice. It was more like the military's choice. And I was like, well, I feel kind of good. I'm not having suicidal thoughts. I'm having little bouts with depression, but not like the big ones that I had before my dad died and after my dad died and before my hip replacement. I will tell you, when I got out of the service, I got my honorable discharge and I became an alcoholic. And then my money ran out, which stopped me from becoming a full-time alcoholic. I sit back and I'm like, damn, James, what are you doing, man? What are you fucking doing? And it took me a minute to realize that I needed help. It really did. It took me a lot of freaking minutes to realize, I need to get some damn help before I do something stupid. And so after I got my help, it got better. It didn't get like way better, but it got a hell of a lot better. The weight was lifted off. I could go and talk to the doctor for an hour. And even though legally they only give a damn about you because that's what they're getting paid to do. Hey, I'm gonna keep the shit real. Psychiatrists, that's their job, is to sit back and let you tell you their problems, and then they can fix you as best they can. My doctor, she was awesome at that shit. Alright. We butt heads a little bit now, but she was awesome at that shit. And she gave me plans, and I never stopped following the plans. I am a good soldier. I do what I'm told. Mine is not the question why. Mine is to do or die. I have followed her plans from playing Mass Effect trilogy all the way through over 1,000 times and everything else, and she told me only do things that make you feel good about you. Truth be told, I don't always feel good about me right now. However, I am breathing, and every day that I see the sunshine is a day that I can turn my life around. And that is my plan. And that's one of the things she told me. Every day you see the sun, that's a day for you to change your life. That is a day for you to get off your ass and make your life better instead of feeling sorry for yourself. And it's not that I was feeling sorry for myself. It's just that I didn't want to be me. Alright? That's a real hard explanation to explain to someone who has not been on the brink of wanting to throw yourself off of a cliff. If you haven't been there, then you don't know, and you will pass judgment. Earlier, I talked about Chris Benoit in another video, and y'all should go check that out, about being in the Hall of Fame, and I talked about overdosing and Eddie Guerrero and all the other stuff. But the point is, if you have never, ever thought of being a suicidal person, you have no idea how blessed you are. Because depression is an endless battle. Some of us get past it, some of us don't. Some of us will battle depression until the day we die. The only cure for depression, honestly, is to not get depressed. You can feel sad, you can be sad, but once you hit depression, depression is a fucking fight. It is a fight that you have to win. It is not an if, and, or but situation. It is a fight. It is a full-on knockout, drag-down brawl. Luckily for me, I'm a fighter. I've been fighting since I was 6 years old, so I know my way around a fight. But how do you fight mental illness? That is the powerful question did you have to ask yourself when you decide to cast a rock at someone who has committed suicide? When you decide to put someone down, when you are the cause of the problem, when you drive someone to commit suicide, you know, you have to figure out what pushed this person over the edge. What made this person want to end their life? So I'm going to speak from my point of view. I don't so much as want to end my life as I want my pain to stop. And a lot of people don't understand that. If you've never thought about suicide, a lot of people don't understand it. It's not about me wanting to die in the literal sense of dying. It's about me wanting the pain to stop. It's about me wanting my family to take their own burdens and stop putting them on me and making me their scapegoat while I'm allowing them to hurt me. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm putting them before myself because it was expected of me, and because my parent, the one parent that supposed to give you as much love as possible, because according to the movie The Crow, mother is the word for God on the hearts and lips of all children. If you're not being treated fairly, it leads to suicide. If you know you're not being loved, it leads to suicide. There's almost nothing in the universe that does not lead to suicide except for you being happy and living the life that you want to live versus the life that you have. A lot of people commit suicide because they can't cope, because they can't get out of that sinkhole that most people didn't dig themselves in. They just got flung in there and shit happens. So I'm telling you, before you pass judgment on people that commit suicide, walk a mile in their shoes. Learn who these people are. I don't know the talking kitty guy. I probably have seen him and never noticed because I'm too busy trying to build my own YouTube channel. And I only have 88 followers. 89 followers, excuse me. But to my 89 followers, I thank you because you're all I've got. You are what keeps me alive when I post these videos, because I fight depression all the time. Suicide is not a joke. Depression is not a joke. The difference maker is depression lasts longer. Suicide, you get one shot and that's it. The good news is that you can get help. There are suicide hotlines. I don't know how to post links, so I can't do that. There are suicide preventions. I don't know how to post links, but I can tell you this, especially if you are a vet and you are watching this video right now. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. But I'm going to read this card to you. Alright? So it's called Ace. Ask your buddy. Have the courage to ask the question, but stay calm. Ask the question directly, e.g., are you thinking of killing yourself? Care for your buddy. Remove any means that could be used for self-injury. Calmly control the situation. Do not use force. Actively listen to produce relief. Escort your buddy. Never leave your buddy alone. Escort to the chain of command, the chaplain, behavioral health professional, or primary care provider. That's the first part. Now you have your second part, suicide risk factors and warning signs, relationship problems, current suicidal thoughts, plans, talking about dying, prior suicide attempts, current history, isolation and appearance distortion, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, alcohol. There you go. I did alcohol. Abuse. Sudden purchase of firearms. I resist the urge to buy a gun every day. I have a bow and arrow. There's like no chance in hell I'm going to shoot myself with the bow and arrow. That would be damn near impossible. And I can say it's impossible, but it would be damn near impossible for me. Except for I'm proclaiming myself as the self-proclaimed king of the impossible. Self-destruction acts, dangerous activities, financial, legal, disciplinary problems, traumatic childhood experiences. I've had those. Giving away possessions. Haven't done any of that. Perceived loss of military career. Okay. I kind of fell into that a little bit because I got hurt and I had no intention of leaving the military outside of a body bag. Alright? And That's some true life shit because I have nothing. You know, the army was my wake up call. You know, and this is the battle buddy card that goes with that. You know, the army was like really the only family I had. You know, honestly, outside of my dad and my aunt, you know, I just felt that no one really gave a shit about me. But when I joined the army, shh, my worries were over. I found a new family. I found people who gave a damn about me and all the other stuff. You know, and I have nothing bad to say about the army. You know, I would tell you before you go serve though that you want to sleep on it. You want to talk to other veterans so that you know you can have your understanding of how this works. My warrior ethos never leave my pocket. But yeah, you know, if you haven't been there, you do not know what it's like to have suicidal thoughts. And suicide is not a joke. Depression is not a joke. And if you think that you know someone who's going through some shit, don't try to humiliate them because you only make it worse. Don't try to embarrass them. Pull them off to the side when there's nobody around. Don't like do it out in public. You know, let me talk to you for a minute. Come over here for a second. Let me see how you doing, man. You know, talk to somebody if you think that they're having these issues. But don't try to embarrass them because you're just going to push them over the edge even further. But talk to them in a professional, calm manner. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Remember that you can get help. Be seeing you.